is there a benefit from switching from an S-Corp to an LLC? And this is such a good question because it's so confusing. An S-Corp is actually not a type of business. An S-Corp is just a way of being taxed, and it's a choice. And so if you start a business, you are probably going to start an LLC or maybe a corporation. An LLC with one owner is taxed as a sole proprietor. The IRS basically pretends that the LLC doesn't exist. When they're looking through their lens, their binoculars at the LLC, they see right through it and they just see a single owner, and you get taxed as if you didn't have an LLC. That does not mean you don't get the benefits of the LLC. The state and other businesses see the limited liability company, the IRS. They just simply ignore the LLC. If you have an LLC with multiple owners, then you are taxed as a partnership. Again, the IRS just looks right through the LLC. They see, oh, here's three people running a restaurant. We're just going to tax them like a partnership. Again, you still get the limited liability benefits of an LLC, but the IRS ignores LLC and sees the partnerships. If you are a corporation, then you are taxed as a C-Corp. And that means you are subject to this unfortunate thing called double taxation, which can be dodged. So it's not as tragic as it sounds. But some people, they don't want to be taxed as a C corp, or they don't want to be taxed as a sole proprietor, or they don't want to be taxed as a partnership, and they fill out a form that says, "Hey, IRS people, I want you to see us differently. So we're an LLC or we're a corporation, but we want to be taxed as an S corp." So an S corp is just a lens that the IRS looks through when they see your business, and now they tax you kind of like a corporation, but you do get a little bit of a benefit tax-wise. However, S-Corps must have less than 100 owners, and all owners must either be U.S. citizens or a lawful U.S. residents. And so some businesses, maybe they've got an investor from Canada or outside of the country, or maybe they only live here a few months of the year and they're not green card residents. You can't be an S-Corp then. So the follow-up question, is it difficult to switch to an LLC from an S-Corp? And the answer is that you just have to fill out a form and send it to the IRS. And here's how S-Corps help you tax-wise. They allow you to pay yourself a salary, and then you pay this dreadful self-employment tax on that salary. And then you can choose to also pay yourself with profits, which come off above the salary. And so what happens is that dreaded extra 7.5% tax that you pay as self-employment tax is only on the part that you pay as a salary. And so some people will say, what's the smallest reasonable salary I can pay myself? And then that way they can reduce their self-employment tax. However, the problem with being taxed as an S-Corp is that you have to file a second tax form for your business. Your business is taxed separately from the owners. And so that extra complexity means you got to call an accountant or buy software or something to do your taxes. And if you don't want that anymore, then you have to elect to be done with it. And so I can help you with that, or even better, your accountant can do that. And it usually takes effect at the end of the calendar year. So if you don't want to be an S corp, or if you do want to be an S corp, get on that so that you can do it before January 1st.